Growing an RDSP takes time. There's no way around it. And it can be discouraging sometimes, especially if you've seen your portfolio drop. But I want to share with you today where I was at this point last year and something exciting that happened that day, and finish off the discussion today with what happens if you put aside $1,500 a year in your RDSP. Let's get into it. A year ago today exactly, my portfolio experienced some explosive growth. At least I am up to $79,000 today, which is almost 14% more than I started the day with. And it had to do with a reversal of Trump's decisions about reciprocal tariffs at the time that were very unpopular and just boosted the market at I think it was 1:30 p.m. when he made that announcement. At the time, markets were not happy with what was going on with Liberation Day, and it was hard to live through. But my portfolio survived, and I've done okay in the meantime. Holding steady seemed to be the trick, and that's kind of what I did today. Today was a bit tumultuous. It was up and then down and then up again. I took some of the money that was set aside to buy back options from the other day and put another $500 into the CBIL short-term Treasury ETF, Canadian Treasury ETF, just as a kind of like short-term savings. Unfortunately, I did experience a loss today. Nothing major, but you know, it was driven by the losses of the biggest loser was AST Space Mobile. That one dropped a bit and took some wind out of my sails. But it was offset by the gains of the leaps that I have for Netflix. I have a pair of leaps for Netflix, and Netflix is expected to report some pretty positive results on their next earnings report, driven by advertising and subscriber growth and that sort of thing. So it was sort of day to day, but last year this time it was an explosive day. Um, and interestingly enough, last year it was a down and then up day, and today it seems to be an up and then down day for me. Um, my portfolio finished the day down $164, so you might as well say unchanged, because I'm talking about a portfolio of $176,776 at the close of business today. So, $164 doesn't really change my day. That was a decline of 0.09%. I'm not in the habit of losing money, but that seems pretty insignificant versus what I would have lost had I strictly invested in the Toronto Stock Exchange Index. I would have lost about 0.42%, but I lost more than I would have had if I had just invested in the S&P 500 index or the NASDAQ indexes, because those were both positive. I lost money today. I did worse than those. But I got to keep in mind that I'm up $97,000 from this day last year. So, it helps to keep things in perspective. And that's just what I want to share with you guys. Those of you who are investing in an RDSP like me, I did the math recently, and it's incredible the number of people that have the opportunity to do the RDSP and don't. I mean, I get that money's tight for everybody, virtually everybody, especially those of us who are on disability pensions. But if you can find a way to put aside $1,500 a year, and you're in the low income bracket, like most of us, over the 20 years that you have your RDSP, from the time you're 18 to the time you're 38, you would have put aside $70,000 in grants from the government for having put that money aside, and another $20,000 in bonds from the feds. to give you, what's that, $120,000, because you got to put aside $30,000 in that period of time, which is, I get, it can be challenging when you don't have a lot of money. That means that in those 20 years, you would have to be putting aside on a consistent monthly basis, like, what is it, 100 and change dollars. I don't have it off the top of my head, but to come up with $1,500 a month, you got to put aside $100, like $130 a month. It can be impossible for those of us who are on low incomes, and there's more month than money. So I get that it's not possible for a lot of people, but for those who can make the sacrifice and save, $120,000 by the time you're 38 in an account that can continue to grow, to me just is a no-brainer. But I get that life happens differently for different people, and it may just not be possible. But it occurred to me that those of us who have RDSPs, I came into the program late. I was 34 when I started my RDSP, so it's been a lot of catch up in the, what is that, 12 years since I've had it. That it's taken me that amount of time to get to $176,000. But had I had the opportunity to start earlier, who knows where I would be right now. Maybe I would have got cocky and lost it all. But it's interesting, I just think. Anyways, it was an uneventful day for the most part. Beautiful weather here in Barrie, Ontario, so it seemed like a great day to get outside and enjoy the fresh air and touch some grass, as they say. And just putting a little bit of money into the bond ETF seemed like a good idea to do today, because honestly, I didn't know what else to do with it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully things continue to improve with the situation in the Middle East, and hopefully things calm down. But it was a pretty good day. As always, I will be updating my spreadsheet, tracking my holdings, my exact holdings in my RDSP, so you can see for yourself. If you're tracking at home, just for instance sake, the link is in the description. There is no sign up. There's no BS. If you just want to see what I'm doing and get some ideas from someone who doesn't really know what they're doing but is doing okay, it's there to provide maybe a warning about what not to do or what to do. I'm not giving advice. I'm just documenting my journey. But I have updated that, and by the time this is posted, I will have updated that, so you can check it out if you like. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Look forward to talking to everybody in the comments and seeing how things are going. And hope you have a good one. Take care, everybody. Not financial advice. I'm sharing my personal journey.